welcome to Lynn's Recipes. Today I'm going to make tiramisu. This dessert is one of my family's favorites, especially around the holidays or when we have guests. The amounts of the ingredients that you're going to need for this recipe will be listed in the information box below, or you can find it on my website. The ingredients are, you'll need mascarpone cheese, heavy whipping cream, you'll need eggs, and you'll need 2 whole eggs and 2 egg yolks. These are pasteurized eggs, and these are safe to use in recipes that call for uncooked eggs. You'll also need sugar, and it's divided. You'll need salt, you'll need Marsala wine, and it's also divided. You'll need espresso, or you'll need some really strong coffee. You'll need hard lady fingers, or these are called biscotti savoiardi, and that's not the soft ones that you find sometimes at the grocery store, but they're hard. You'll also need some semi-sweet chocolate. Now, to make this in, you're going to need a 9x13 baking dish. To start this recipe, what I'm going to do is I'm going to put my eggs and my egg yolks and part of my sugar into my mixer, and I'm going to beat this until it is creamy and it's a light yellow color, and when we lift up the whisk attachment, it falls down like a ribbon consistency. So that's what I'm going to start doing. Sugar. Okay, my eggs and sugar are done. And now what I'm going to do is add in my mascarpone cheese. And this has been softened. And if you don't have mascarpone cheese, you can use substitute cream cheese if you want to. Put this back down and mix this together. Okay, so that's mixed together, and so now I'm going to set that aside and move on to the next step. The next step of this recipe is to beat the whipped cream. So I've got my whipped cream in my bowl that's been in the freezer along with my beaters. I had those in the freezer too because you want this to be really cold. So I've got the whipped cream in. I'm going to add the sugar, and I'm going to add just a pinch of salt. It just brings out the flavor. And I'm going to beat this until I have stiff peaks. So I've beat my cream until it has stiff peaks, and now I'm going to move this out of the way and mix my whipped cream mixture in with my mascarpone mixture here. And I'm also going to add a little bit of the Marsala wine. I'm going to put my whisk back on my mixer and mix this together. So my mixture is all mixed together here. I'm going to set this aside for just a minute or leave it here and move on to the next step. And the next step is we're going to put our espresso, Marsala wine, and sugar into a bowl. And just mix this together with a spoon. Okay, so this is all mixed nicely together. So now what we're going to do is get our lady fingers, and we're going to start dipping them and laying them in the bottom of the pan. And you need to do this quickly so they don't get soggy. So I usually just dip real quickly like that, just a little motion like that. Shake them off a little bit and stick them in the bottom of the pan. Okay, here's the last one for the first layer. And now I'm going to take half of my mixture here and pour on top of the lady fingers. Okay, so now I'm going to go ahead and start with my second layer, which is another dipping of the ladyfingers and placing it on top of the first layer of mascarpone mixture. Okay, so all my ladyfingers are in. I'm going to finish up by putting the other layer of mascarpone cheese on. Smooth it all out. Okay. And to finish up, I'm going to take the chocolate and I'm going to grate it all over the top. Okay, I finished grating chocolate all over the top. You can put as much chocolate on as you want. So the next step is to cover this with saran wrap and refrigerate it for at least 8 hours, and it's really better to leave it overnight. So that's what I'm going to do now. My tiramisu has chilled, and this is what it looks like out of the refrigerator. And now what I want to do is put it on a plate and show you what it looks like served. So this is one of my family's favorite desserts, tiramisu. I hope you enjoy it.